Animaniacs, zany to the max. Animaniacs, Animaniacs, Animaniacs. Baloney in our slacks. Animaniacs, Animaniacs, Animaniacs. Okay, that's my terrible singing, I'm sorry. I want to make TV reviews as a whole, since a show can change from their first season. There are shows I would love to talk about that are my absolute favorite, shows I want to revisit since it's been a while, and then shows I never want to discuss because they were completely bastardized and I felt like an idiot for wasting my time being invested. Reboots and revivals have been seen as a lack of originality and rehashing a beloved property that didn't need to happen. Believe me, I don't enjoy seeing them either. I felt that we exhausted certain properties to a degree, but there was something about Animaniacs coming back that made me feel reassured. Maybe because Steven Spielberg was around for production, or the original cast came back to play their respected characters. Either way, I think it's time to go back to the Warner Brothers Studios Water Tower to see our beloved Warner Brothers and the Warner sister. How's it going, fellow people? I love Animaniacs. I watched the show back when it was streaming through Netflix. I laughed and enjoyed seeing what Yakko, Wacko, Dot, and the other characters were doing on the Warner Brothers lot. By the way, my favorite episode is the one where they helped Michelangelo paint the Sistine Chapel. Also, thanks to Animaniacs, I got an A on my US President's Test. So, Animaniacs has sold out and is catching up to what they've missed in the past 22 years. And man, they have a lot of catching up to do. And no, Animaniacs is not pushing a political agenda. Animaniacs has always gotten political with their sketches. I mean, for God's sakes, Bill Clinton plays the sax in the intro. I know it's hard to accept change from your favorite property as a kid, so head over to the Please 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 Get a Life Foundation and pursue a new life where you don't critique or bash the hell over a cartoon because you think they're playing favoritism to the leftists. So the Warner siblings, Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, are back at the Warner Brothers lot to discover so much has happened since their last appearance. The show's premise is the same as the original, with the Warners getting involved in situations with the bad guy of the episode, coming across historical figures, and other shenanigans ensue. Pinky and the Brain are also back. It's the same thing with Brain winning world domination, but never achieving it. Everything feels the same, like it hasn't been 22 years ago, except for the lack of the supporting cast and the change of animation. The animation screams colors and high definition. I love how fluid the characters move and still include the expressive, cartoonish look to their actions. It's not terrible. This isn't the worst thing to come out of animation. I think with the high quality and being digital gives it another closer look. They even use different styles of animation, which I really like. I love that the reboot still has the same elements like the original with their musical segments and Looney Tunes antics. Okay, let me get the nitpicks out the way. Dot has wit, because being cute is a problem. I thought the lyric change was unnecessary since the Warners all have wit, and Dot still has her cute factor to her character. I discovered that the original creator Tom Ruegger was not involved with the revival, which was sad. In short, he wasn't invited, and when he did come over, he was told by the crew they could handle it, kind of giving him a middle finger to the face on his own creation. I'm fine with some of the human faces. When it comes to the bad guys the Warner siblings face, that's understandable. But some of these characters' faces really make me uncomfortable. And some of the political jokes were good, but some were definitely on the nose. Subtlety was nowhere to be found in the Bun Control episode. The anime scene was cool as hell though. The lack of the supporting cast also made the show less of a variety. The new shorts that they added were fine, but none of them really made me want them to come back. I feel that the show does target more towards adults since we were kids growing up with the show. I do hope they make a fine balance for kids and adults to enjoy together. They also don't do the commentary at the end of each episode. I really want that to come back.
Let's sleep on your sofa! Just kidding.
What do I want to see in the second season? I really want to see the supporting cast to come back. Maybe the crew did this to see how the first season would test out for ratings before they made any decisions, which I'll let slide. I would be so happy to see an episode where Slappy sees what passes for comedy today. Can you imagine? Also, bring back the Wheel of Morality and Good Idea, Bad Idea. I love those segments. I can guarantee that they're gonna do an episode about the virus. We all know they can't miss out on that. I would like to see if they do updated versions of the song, like The World of the Nations, probably the US Presidents. Actually, no, take it back, take it back! Animaniacs is one of the better reboots / revivals to come out of entertainment. The show can't really replace the original, but it's not a show that was a mockery towards the original source. The animation is good, the humor and music is the same as before. However, I hope we don't get a lot of political jokes that are on the nose for the second season. I just remember they're gonna talk about the 2020 election, so these political jokes are just writing themselves! The second season has potential if the cards are dealt right. It's a fine show. If you love it, cool. If not, that's okay. And you can revisit the original show on Hulu. Hulu also has Tiny Toon Adventures and Peaky in the Brain. Freakazoid is not on Hulu, which is weird since it's part of the Steven Spielberg Presents for Warner Brothers Animation. So far, Animaniacs Reboot's doing okay. Let's hope the second season brings more fun and maybe not disaster, but I guess we'll have to see for the future. Thank you for watching my video. Mwah! Good night, everybody! This is Olivia signing off.